Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Dinkar and I welcome you all in this session. I hope everybody is doing great, feeling healthy and fine. Once again, welcome to our Saturday session on RBI concept building series. So as you all know that this is a very special session and a very special series series that has been specially started by the Oliveboard in order to build your foundational skills on the RBI Grade B examination and the topics on that, like your ESI, economic and social issues, finance, and management. So most of the people are getting little bit confused regarding these topics, like what exactly we have to remember in the finance, what we have to remember in the ESI, what we have to remember in the management. So that is why this concept building series has been specially started for all of you, so that you became well versed with all the foundational topics and you became so confident in your preparation that you are not worried about any part of this examination. Okay, so once again, welcome to this session, and I welcome you all in this Saturday's evening. And it's a great evening for everybody, for you and everybody. And thank you for joining the session. And if I if I can get like if anybody is there in the session, they can just simply say hi hello to me in the chat box. Okay, we have Eva is here. Good evening, Eva. Welcome to the session. I remember you very much. Thank you for joining the session on time. Great to have you here. Fine. So I think we can just start off with our session right away. So this is RBI Grade B Concept Building Series, ESI, Finance and Management we will be talking about. So we have already completed two session on ESI, two session on finance. And now we are going to do the second session on management. Okay, so we will be talking about the management topic today. Okay, so we have Sampath. Hello Sampath, welcome to the session. I think five peoples are there. If I know the names of all everybody, it will be very good for me. I think please do not feel any kind of hesitation. Please just tell me your names. I will be very happy to know everybody's name. uh, so that it will be a good introduction from your all of your side. आप अपना नाम सब बता सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Okay, we have Nile. Hello Nile, welcome to the session. Great to have you here. Anybody else? Eva, Sampath, and Nile. Okay, so we are going now. So we are pledging for your success, because with all this series and all the initiative that we are taking, we are pledging for your success because we are doing commitment. We are always consistent in our preparation, and at the last, we all will celebrate together. So this whole course is giving you a live video batches, comprehensive coverage of the syllabus. As you all know that slowly ESI, FM, and management we are doing. Then doubt clearing by the experts. I'm already there for clearing your doubts. Preparation guidance I'm already providing in between. And exam center study, since you are in Oliveboard, that means you are getting the exam center study. So today we'll be talking about the management, and this is the second lecture on the management. The first lecture was on basics of management. Okay, the first lecture was on basics of management, and today we are going to the second lecture, and we are going into the topic itself. So communication. So communication has two parts, communication 1 and communication 2. So today we will be talking about the communication 1. Okay, so first of all, here we will be talking about the basics of communication. So whenever we are talking about the communication, what is communication is all about. Whenever we talk of the communication, it is just like if one person, two person, or group people are conveying their message. Like right now I am conveying my message to you, you are writing in the chat box, you are conveying your message to me. Okay, so it is just like conveying the message. See, I am doing orally, you are doing in a written way, right? Okay, so whenever you are doing the communication, it is just like a fundamental mechanism where you can show your satisfaction. Okay, you can praise me, then you can show your frustration. That means if you're not understanding something, then frustrately you can ask something, right? Then you can say something, emotional expression you can show, right? And also communication is helpful in the decision making process. Okay, everything is communication. Okay, right? Now, what are the things that are included in the communication model? Okay, so whenever we are talking about the communication, there are few things. Sender, that means somebody who is sending the message. Then encoding, like it is not like that you are sending something and it is perceived by someone like that. You have to encode that in a certain way. Okay, so sender, encoder, message, and the channel. Okay, and then we have a receiver at that side who is going to decode that message, and there will be little bit noise, and once the message is being received by the other side, there will be some kind of feedback mechanism. Okay, so this is all the wording type of thing. Now here it has been showed in a pictorial form. Okay, so here the sender is there, like if Dinkar is there, I have to send one message. I have encoded that message. Through the encoding should be done in such a way that it can be easily sent through that channel. Okay, then channel can be anything. Okay, channel can be anything, the way you are sending that thing. Then it reaches to the other side, the person decode that message. Okay, the person decode that message, and then the person received that message. Right, now person has received that message. Now person wanted to give the feedback on that message. Okay, so the person started giving the feedback on this message. Then again that feedback has to be encoded, and then it has to be sent from the same channel, and then here the sender will decode. Okay, so it is like a circle cycle keeps on going on. And the barrier, sometimes the barriers are also there, noise is there, sometimes there is a communication barrier happens, sometimes the message is being sent and there will be a distortion in the message. So these kind of barriers are also there in that. Okay, I hope everybody got it. Now, there are various directions of communication. Direction means, first of all, there is some kind of direction that is called downward communication, जिसको कहते हैं ऊपर से नीचे कुछ बोलना. Okay, so whenever we are talking about the downward communication, it is like the message is going from one level of a group to a lower level. That means whenever we are talking about the downward communication, it means some top authority, जो टॉप में बैठे होते लोग होते हैं, वो नीचे वालों को कुछ मैसेज देते हैं, लोअर अथॉरिटीज को. Okay, they are giving message to the lower authorities, so that is called the downward communication. Okay, like if somebody is sitting, like CEO is sitting, then we have a director is sitting. Okay, then director below that is a manager is there. Okay, so like that. Okay, so this is like a downward communication that is going on. Okay, so top level management is sending to something, middle level management is saying something to lower level management, then workers. Now that is called downward communication. Okay, then comes your upward communication. Upward communication may it just got a reverse. Okay, from below to the top management. Okay, so here what happens is that here the information flows to the higher level from the lower level. Okay, normally it is called like a feedbacks. Okay, it is normally called as a feedback to the higher authority, like if there is something wrong that is going on, if any downward people, lower level management people thinks that something is going and they wanted to communicate something to the higher authorities, they can do that upward communication. Okay, so it is going for a higher up. Okay, so here the manager keeps the manager aware of how employees feel about their job. Okay, so that means here the manager feel that whether the employees are satisfied or not, whether they have any issues or not. Okay, so this is called a upward communication, like from workers to lower level management, from lower level to middle level, then middle level to top level management. Okay, like that it is going on. Then comes lateral communication or horizontal communication. Whenever we are talking about the lateral or horizontal, it is then two people, three people are communicating at a same level. मतलब वो सब same level पे है. जैसे अभी now I am teaching. Okay, now I am teaching, I am at a upper level. Okay, and you all are listening, then you are at a lower level, right? You are listening to me, so I am doing what kind of communication? Downward communication. Okay, I am doing downward communication. But in the lateral communication, what will happen? Like if we have, see, Eva is there. Okay, and Nile is there. Okay, if Eva and Nile both are talking to each other, so that is like a lateral communication, that you are at the same level. Okay, you are talking with each other. Okay, so that is called lateral communication, when the two people are at a same level and they are talking to each other. Okay, horizontally, that is called lateral communication. Okay, so this is how the whole process is all about. So here we have a supervisor, right? If one supervisor is talking to the another supervisor, that we call it as a lateral communication, because they are both at the same level. Okay, then there is some subordinate. Okay, so if supervisor is giving some information, some direction to this subordinate, so it is called downward over here. And when subordinate is giving information to the supervisor, it is called upward communication. And when this subordinate is talking to this subordinate, it is called lateral communication. I hope everybody understood this. I hope everybody got the concept of lateral, upward, and downward communication very thoroughly, right? Now comes diagonal communication. Now comes diagonal. Up diagonal may what happens is that whenever see here we say some CEO is sitting. Here we have HR manager. Here we have marketing manager. Here we have finance manager. Okay. Here we have finance manager. Now, if somebody from the HR work wanted to talk with the supervisor of the finance team, okay, that means totally in a diagonal way. So this is called diagonal communication. Like if these people wanted to talk their own HR, then it is called upward communication. Okay, when HR wanted to talk their own subordinate, that is called downward communication. But whenever any lower authorities people wanted to talk with the other departmental heads, not their departmental head, that is called the diagonal communication. Okay, so that is mean communication between employee from different organizational units in a different hierarchical way. मतलब they are belonging to different organizational units, and also they are belonging to the different hierarchical levels. Okay, that is called diagonal communication. Okay, so this is how this diagonal communication is all about. So here we have manager HR, we have manager marketing, here we have manager finance. Okay, so this the person who's working HR wanted to talk with the manager of the finance, so this is called, call it as a diagonal communication. Okay, now comes, so there are these type of four types of communication, direction of communication are there. One is our downward, then we have our upward, then we have our lateral, then we have our diagonal, then we have our diagonal. Okay, so these are the four directions of communications are there. Okay, now we are moving to the other topic of this. Yeah, interpersonal skills. Now, whenever people are talking, whether they are talking, whether they are writing, whether they are not talking, not writing, still giving the still they are passing the message. Okay, so what are these skills are all about? So how the people transmit the message. Okay, how the people transmit the message? The people transmit the message either orally, either in a written way, or either in a non-verbal communication. Orally, right now I am doing. Okay, I am talking, you are listening. Writing, you are writing in the chat box, I am seeing the chat box. So that means you are transferring your message in a form of a chat to me. And non-verbal communication is something when people are neither talking, they are just showing the gestures and various type of movements of their body in order to convey their message. Okay, so that is called as non-verbal communication. So oral is like when you are communicating the message orally. Okay, like speech you can do, speeches you are giving. One-to-one communication, you are sitting in a group discussion, GD you are doing, group discussion you are doing. Then you are creating some kind of rumor, then you said something in the middle of something and started rumorization, people started doing that rumor and everything. Okay, then grapevine, this is a very popular type of oral communication. Grapevine we will be understanding after few slides. Okay, so just keep this word in your mind. Then written communications are also in a various type of ways, like memos are there, emails are there, employee manuals, faxes, instant message, letters, whatever the things which you can say, that can be written, and that can be shown in the form of words or symbol. Okay, so it can be in a paper form, it can be in electronic form, either the form you can write the message. Okay, but written communication is normally a time consuming process. Okay, this is a time consuming process, and in this written communication, the major issue that there is no proper feedback mechanism. Okay, feedback mechanism is not there. Okay, but in oral communication you say something and you get the reply back. Okay, in oral communication You say something and you get the reply back, but in the written communication, feedback mechanism is not there. You maybe you are getting the feedback after 10 days. Sometimes you get instant feedback, sometimes you do not get the feedback, right? So this is the two important uh, disadvantages of written communication. That is, written communications are time consuming and they lacks the feedback mechanism. Okay, then comes the non-verbal communication, very important. Okay, non-verbal communication where you cannot write, where you cannot speak. Then how you can do? Maybe in the form of an eye contact you can do. You can show some kind of facial expression and then you can convey your message. You can have shown an angry face, you can have a happy face, okay, like you can have a sad face, okay. Then you can do some kind of gesture, okay, which other people can understand, like why you are showing that kind of gestures, okay. Then posture, the way you are sitting and the way you are posting and everything, that also conveys some kind of message, okay. And the distance between the two individual, like if you are sitting very close to someone, that means it is conveying some other message. And if you are sitting so very very far away from the person, then it is showing some other message, okay. So that is also distance between the individual also conveys some kind of message. So these are the type of non-verbal communication: posture, body language, eye contact, blinking of the eyes, tone of your voice, whether your tone is high, low, pitch, and everything. Then facial expression, what type of facial expressions you are having. Smell is also a kind of a non-verbal communication. Then sorry. Then time, personal presentation, gestures, and pitch of your voice. Okay. Yeah. So these are the various type of non-verbal. First of all is paralinguistic. Okay, paralinguistic means the way, in a different way, how the communication is done, either in the form of a voice, either in the form of a tone, either the form of in a vocal clue. Okay, you are changing up and down, and then pitch of your voice. Okay, right? Then proximies. Okay, so it is like the concept of space. Okay, proximies means four spaces are there. Intimate, that means you are very very close to someone, that means just showing something else. Personal space, you are, if you are taking some kind of personal space, that means you are telling somebody that please provide me some kind of personal space, right? Then you are standing with many people over there, then means you are showing that you are social enough right now, that means you are communicating that you are social. Then public, public means you are open to everybody, okay. Then comes artifactics, okay. So it is based on, like, it is like a communication which emerge out of a personal accessories, like the way you are dressing. The way you are dressing is showing some kind of message, okay. In the western countries, if people are wearing, everybody is wearing a black suit and white shirt and tie, that means somebody has died, okay. So that is also something, some way of communicating the things, okay. Fashion, you can show fashion, you can show your dressing sense in order to communicate what exactly you are feeling, okay. Then comes chronemics, okay. Place, emphasize on time aspect. You are having certain kind of silence. Silence have some kind of message. If you are giving some kind of pauses, that is also a message. Then if somebody has asked you something and in response you are doing some kind of lag in responding, that means you are communicating that people are not interested in answering your question, okay. So that is a response lag, that means you are not important, so that is why I am lagging in the response, okay. If you are important for me, I would give a sudden response, right? So this is the various type of ways the people show. Then kinesics, okay. So it is like deals with the body language, gesture, your posture, leg, legs, and hand movements, head notes. Yes, you are saying, no, you are saying, like that. Okay. Then haptics. Haptics means a sense of touch. A sense of touch, that is called haptics. And oculosis. Okay. It is also a subcategory of kinesis. Okay. Here it is related to the eye movement. Eye movement, eye behavior, gazing, eye related non-verbal communication, okay. So these are all the non-verbal communication that we have talked about, all the non-verbal communications, okay. So here we can have a things: appearance, like आप क्या पहन रहे हो उससे पता चलता है कि क्या बोलना चाह रहे हो. पैरालिंग्विस्टिक, ओके, योर टोन, वॉल्यूम, एसेंट, आप तेज बोल रहे हो तो आप गुस्से में हो, आराम से बोल रहे हो तो इट्स फाइन, ओके, सो लाइक दैट. Then body language, if you are leaning towards somebody, that means you are trying to getting close to that person. If you are leaning away from that person, that means you wanted to get away from that person. Then you are showing some kind of gestures means you are showing like that, you are saying hi, okay, then you are saying like that thumbs up sign, okay, like that. So that is hand, fingers, and all these gestures are there, okay. Then position you are showing, okay. Then facial expression, you can be sad, you can be happy, you can be angry, okay, like that. Then eye contact, various kind of eye movements are there which you shows, okay. Then haptics by touch, like if you are very close to some person, you are hugging that person, holding that person, okay. Then if you are very angry with that person, you are removing that person from your place, okay. Then interpersonal space, that is proxemics is there, and pronomics is there, artifacts is there, and environments, okay. So these are the various type of non-verbal communications are there. Okay, now come organizational communication. In organization, what kind of communication happens? Obviously, two type of communication are there: formal and non-formal. Informal. Okay, formal communication involves like everything in a formal way. Okay, so formal communication like from vertical, from the top to the bottom. Okay, normally in the organizational communication, everything moves from the like a downward, in a downward communication way, okay. So this is a formal channel. Here people talks in a very formal way, very formal way, okay. So from manager to subordinates, or from vice president to the business plan, everything can happens. Normally it's a downward communication, but sometimes upward communication also, sometimes horizontal communication. So in formal communication, all type of communication happens, whether downward, upward, horizontal, diagonal, everything type of communication happens over here, okay. Then informal communication also happens. So in the office, everybody will not talk in a formal way, okay. Whenever you are going to canteen, if you are going outside of the company, or you are sitting with your friends in the company and talking, so you will be talking in an informal way, right? So this is totally falling outside the formal communication, okay. Whenever employees taking break, going for a tea break or something like that, okay, so people are talking in an informal way in a company also, okay. So there are various type of formal small group network, okay. Formal small organizational networks are there, how people formally talk in the organization. So there are three common small groups are there, okay. If the communication has to be done formally, okay, so there are three common small groups are there. One is chain, second one is wheel, and third is all channel. So what is chain? Whenever you wanted to provide some kind of communication, like this person A wanted to send like B, okay, B to C, C to D, D to A. So this is a total exact type of communication, and communication will reach to the exact person in a proper way, okay. So this is like a chain. I have said to this person will share to this person to this person, okay. So this is like a single chain, okay. Then the second way is wheel. Wheel means here the person A will be there, and one, two, three, four, he will convey the message to everybody, okay. So person A will be acting like a leader, and he will convey message to the all the four parts, okay. Then comes all channel. All channel means everybody is interacting with everybody in a proper way, like we say one, two, three, four, five, okay. So each and every one is communicating with five, one is communicating with four, four is communicating with five, okay. Like everybody is communicating with each other, okay. So there is a proper flow of communication that is happening, and there is nobody who is taking a leadership position, okay. Now there are various theories that are being associated with the organizational communication. Two are there: Weber theory and Dutch managerialism theory. Okay, so Weber, as per the Weber says that whenever you wanted to communicate in an organization, properly clear roles should be given, proper hierarchy should be there, and proper structure has to be maintained. Thus, communication should be happen in a proper hierarchical way, in a clear and structured process. Okay, it should not be in a haphazard manner. Whenever you are communicating, as per the Weber, everything should be in a hierarchy way, and there should be no haphazard communication. Okay, then Dutch says that we have to go little beyond the classical fixed notation, and he said we have to go for democratic aspiration of people, okay. It is not like that from top to bottom you have to follow the rules. Even the people from the bottom also should have able to convey the message to the top authority. Okay, so it is just like a Dutch model, you can say, is a loser version. Okay, we say that it may be a loser version of a Weber's theory. So Dutch says that democratic way of communication should be followed, but Weber say that proper top to down approach has to be followed and top leader has to convey message to the downward authorities. Okay, but Dutch says that no, it has to be proper democratic aspiration, everybody can talk with everybody. Okay, now now comes the grapevine. We have talked regarding the grapevine. So grapevine is a type of informal communication. Okay, okay. So the informal communication network that is there in the organization is called grapevine. Okay, why it is called so? Because it stretches throughout the organization in all direction, irrespective of any authority. That is why it is informal. Okay, that is why it is informal. Okay, so that is why it is called as a complex web of oral information. Okay, linking everybody in the organization. Okay, that is why it is called grapevine. First of all, it's a, like a first of all we can say various type of grapevine communication are there. One is single strand. Okay, so it is like the A wanted to transfer the message to F. Okay, so A has communicated to B, B has communicated to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, then F has again communicated to E, and then E to F. Okay, so this is like a single strand grapevine communication that has happened. Okay, so passing information in a line of person to the ultimate recipient. Okay, so he is the sender, he is the recipient. Okay, to the ultimate recipient. Okay, so this is the single stranded chain of the grapevine communication. Then gossip chain. Gossip, I can say that some person will be sitting in the between, and there will be lot of people will be sitting around him, and the person will be communicating something, and everybody will be listening. It's like a gossip that is going on. So here A is giving a gossip, and everybody is else listening. Okay, so one person is speaking and telling everybody. Okay, it's just like a wheel. It's like a wheel, and some person stays at the center, and the person like in the form of a spokes. In the form of a spokes, the information is transmitted to everybody. Then probability chain. Probability chain is that like if somebody wanted to convey some kind of information. So like if I say to Nile, okay, I said something to Nile. Okay, Nile said to Seturam. Okay, then maybe Seturam didn't say anything to anybody. Okay, then Nile might have talked to Eva. Okay, then Eva got that information. Okay, so like that. Probability, we are not exactly sure whether whatever information I have said will be reaching to the proper recipient or not. Okay, it just depend on the possibility. Okay, if somebody said that A has given the information to F and D, F might give to K or G, or D may give to H. Okay, maybe the information may be restricted to here, right? Maybe G may say to E also, right? E may say to C. Okay, it is all probability. Random process, random process of transmitting information based on the law of probability. Okay, okay, so that is called, it is called random process of transferring of information, right? Then cluster chain. Cluster chain is little bit more organized. Okay, in the cluster chain, a person tell the information to a selected person. Okay, selected person means I am here, I have decided like I will say to B, C, and D. Okay, then B said that B will say to H, I, J, C will tell to K, D will tell to G, F, E. So everybody get the information, everyone. Okay, everybody got the information, but in the probability, everybody didn't get. In the cluster chain, everybody got the information. It is just like a relay. Okay, it is called cluster chain. Now, the last part, scalar chain and gangplank. Okay, under this grapevine communication, there is some kind of communication that happens, like call it as a scalar chain and gangplank. Okay, so this theory is given by the Henry Ford. Okay, so it is a formal lines. Okay, sorry, it's a formal lines of authority. It is a formal lines of authority where superior to his subordinates or the highest to the lower rank. It is called scalar. Whenever we are talking of the formal chain में क्या होता है, सुपीरियर लोअर को बोलते हैं, लोअर उनसे लोअर को बोलते हैं, लाइक दैट. ओके, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड स्केलर चेन. बट whenever some emergency comes, whenever some emergency come, maybe the subordinate from here may directly talk to the superior of other place. Okay, they may broke the authority from there. That is called gangplank model. Okay, so here, if you can see here, here A is sitting at the top, and then these are the line. Okay, so A will say to B, B will C to C, C to D, then E, and in the reverse order, G will C to F, F will C to E. But if you can see here, F is directly communicating with the other person in the different chain, that is P. Okay, in case of emergency, in case of emergency, the person follows this kind of authority. Like if somebody, some emergency operation has to be done. Okay, okay, so the F requires blood, F requires blood, and P is the blood bank manager. Okay, blood bank manager. So if I go by the formal line of authority like this to this person and again to this person, it will be very, very time consuming, right? So F has directly contacted the person who is in charge of the blood bank. Okay, so that is the, he is working in an emergency situation, or that means you are bypassing the organizational red tapes. Okay, and you have directly contacted the to the sales authority. So that is called a gangplank model, whenever you are bypassing the line of authority in the emergency situation. Okay, so these are all the communication model, communication processes that we have to discuss today. In the next class we will be talking about the theories in the communication, that is a communication part 2. Okay, so next Saturday we will be meeting with our new different lecture. Okay, so guys, we are running our RBI Grade B 2023 mentorship batch. So do join that. Only few seats are there, and we are expecting that you should join that, because we will be giving a dedicated mentor, complete study material, and customized study plan you will be getting. And December Dhamaka sale is going on, 35% off. Use the code December DEC and you will getting 35% off. And yeah, if anybody has any query, please ask me. Okay, Seturam is saying, so please update a separate playlist. Okay, sure, Seturam, we will do that. Thank you for saying that. Nile is saying, sir, please also start MCQ series for ESI and FM. I think for ESI and FM, MCQ series is already going on, maybe. But still, I will see. If that is not going on, we'll try to convey that message to the team. Okay. Okay, please give important question of SI finance and management. Nile, please focus on the concept. Please focus on the concept building first. Okay, do not go by this. Okay, please go with the concept building first, and slowly, slowly, questions will be also coming. Okay, so you don't worry about that. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, Eva. Thank you for so much of motivation. We are really delighted that you enjoyed the session. I hope the same with other people also. Guys, please do provide your beautiful comment in the comment box when the session gets over. Sure, sure. I will try to take it from the next class. Okay. Thanks for the suggestion. Okay. Thanks for the suggestion, Eva and Nile. Thank you for suggesting that. I'll surely try to do that. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's have a great evening, and thank you so much for joining the session. Have a good night's sleep, and I'll be seeing you on Monday. And in Monday, I will be taking PIB session in the morning at 9 a.m. Okay. So I'll be seeing you at 9 a.m. in the morning, right? So my sessions are 9 a.m. every day, all day. Okay. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Wednesday live mint. Okay. Then 9 p.m. Saturday concept building. Concept building. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nile. Thank you so much, Eva. Thank you so much, our Seturam, Sampath. Thank you so much for joining the session. Please like, subscribe, and follow. Happy learning, and please do provide some of the beautiful comments from your side. I'll be seeing you on Monday, 9 a.m. in the morning. Bye bye. Take care and good night.